All right, so as we can tell, America isn't the best. But what we do know is America is about three things: winning, getting money, and fast cars. But happiness is not one of those things. And my man here, Cole, is going to tell you why. Cole?
The workplace. Everybody hates their job. Education. I hate school. I'm sure y'all do too. Food. We're all fat in America. There's like 20 McDonald's in one city. And then the government. It's just horrible.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it gets down and dirty here. Nordic countries are always winning. They are always at the top. Top 10 every time. But the real question is, can America become like one of those happiest countries? How, and is it worth it? We have the question in mind. Now, let's get down and dirty in the argument, all right? There's a clear difference in the government between our two countries, all right? For us, federal republic. For the happiest countries in the world, social democracy. Now, there's a clear difference here. In our republic, it goes through different people. Our voice is muffled. However, in a social democracy, it goes straight to the top, baby. Now, Cole, tell us how this could be helpful towards our pursuit of happiness.
Well, in a social democracy, there's no corruption. While in our country, like our representatives aren't doing a very good job at all. They're funneling like bad influences through our government. And now in social democracies, it's power to the people. Everyone has their say. Straight to the government, nothing is funneled through. And there's no manipulation. We're funneling all this money to these representatives so they can express our ideas.
So Cole, as you were saying, our government could be manipulated by these corrupt representatives. So if our government goes bad, doesn't that also mean our economy, correct?
Yes.
Now, if our economy goes bad, could that affect other areas such as food, for example?
I'd say yes. Our food regulation is very poor nowadays. As in Nordic countries, though, they have a high standard for their health. Nowadays, you look, everywhere you look, there's fast food places. And those are very unhealthy. And Nick, how would you say like the difference between Nordic countries and the USA is?
Well, a big difference is the affordable options. For us, it could be fast food. Naming a couple of companies such as McDonald's or Wendy's, for example. But if you look at Norway or other Nordic countries, we see a big difference in what they eat and their cheap options. For example, us, we eat a lot of red meat, all right? That could be cows and such. But if we look at Nordic countries, we see they eat fish and different things around their area that could be healthier compared to ours. So as we were saying, the economy is a very big factor in many things. For example, it affects food. Now, let's relate that to other things. For example, a big factor in the economy is the workplace. Now, Cole, what can you tell me about the workplace?
Well, in Nordic countries, 94% of people are satisfied with their job, according to ScienceNordic.com.
Now, that could mean less engagement and perhaps less wages for the people. So, as we check the differences in economy, a really big data percentage is the per capita income. All right, now they are significantly different, as you can see. But a good explanation for this from CNN report is happiness isn't just about money. Although it's a part of it, real gross domestic product per capita is one of the key measurements. So cool. As we go past the workplace, we can see perhaps education could be a factor in less satisfaction in the economies of these countries. So what can you tell me about education?
I think this lack of engagement and lack of satisfaction funnels down to our youth, the basics of where everybody begins. Now, in Nordic countries, they give less homework and only require one standardized test in their whole education career.
All right, so from that, we can see that maybe school's a little easier and that could also push people forward to do better. And we can see that it pushes people to do better by the graduation rate.
Yes.
Now, as we look at the graduation rate, we can see that it is 17.5% higher than the US out of all Nordic countries. Now, since graduation rates are higher, that could possibly mean more people are going to college. Now, as we can see in Finland, 66% of students go to college, according to Business Insider. That is a staggering number, ladies and gentlemen. So, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you, is happiness worth pursuing? Is a better education, economy, workplace, healthier food option, is that better? And the answer is yes. You're gosh darn right it is.